It is finally time for a beauty recipe, and in this video I am sharing this amazing multi-purpose oil that you can use for hair growth, for beautiful smooth glowy skin, and much more. Stay tuned. So about a year ago, I made an oil video, infused herb oil video, and it's still on my playlist. After that, I've been exploring with different herbs and spices and studying more about their benefits. And I decided to make this amazing multi-purpose oil to not only help with my brittle, dry hair, but also to help me with dry skin. And I came up with a perfect recipe that had been working so wonderfully well that I decided to share with you guys. So the reason why I've been using my own oils and also using herbs that are anti-inflammatory and have antioxidant benefits is because my hair is super sensitive to a whole lot of things. So I prefer making my own or trying to use as natural of products as possible. And also I do have a little bit of inflammation and tenderness right in the middle of my head. I also lose hair in that area, so I don't know exactly what's going on, but I've been using this oil and it's been helping me with that as well as my thinning edges. So we're going to briefly go over the ingredients. However, if you're new to any of these herbs or spices, make sure you do a tester to make sure that you're not allergic to any of them. So here are the ingredients. The first is fenugreek seeds, which I always use in all my oils because it's moisturizing to the hair as well as the skin, and it is a great way to even out your skin tone. Fenugreek contains a protein called nicotinic acid. I hope I'm saying it right, which is known to be effective against hair shedding and dandruff. It is also used as a remedy for various hair and scalp problems. Fenugreek is also a good source of vitamin A, C, K, and folic acid. The next ingredient I'm using is black seeds, which is so amazing when it comes to antioxidant properties to help relieve inflammation and prevents hair shedding. Another thing that is great for when it comes to hair is dandruff due to its antibacterial and antifungal properties. I am also using 2 cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon is also a good source of antioxidants. It stimulates blood flow or blood circulation. It is antifungal as well. I am using rosemary, which stimulates hair growth by improving scalp blood circulation and has antifungal properties. And lastly, one of my favorite spices that I'm using is cloves, which has amazing antioxidant benefits. It also improves blood circulation. It has antibacterial and antifungal benefits. It is great for dandruff and it promotes hair growth. When it comes to beauty, it is a great way to reduce the looks of fine lines and wrinkles. Now, what you want to do is blend or grind your spices. That way it will better infuse in the oil. And here I am making a huge mess. Don't do what I'm doing right here. But anywho, you want to put it in a food processor and put it on pulse, or you can use a grinder if you have that. I used to have one, but then it broke. So once I grind the black seeds, the cloves, and the fenugreek, I'm going to go ahead and add it to this jar. And I'll put the approximate measuring in the description box, but you can use between a tablespoon to 2.5 tablespoons of the spices, and it also depends on how much of the oil you're making. But I am making about 22 ounces of this oil. And here are the oils that I'm using for this. I am using avocado oil, castor oil, as well as jojoba oil. Now, castor oil is so amazing when it comes to moisturizing hair. It is a great way to reduce fine lines, wrinkles, as well as dark circles around the eyes. Castor oil is not only a great way to moisturize your hair, but it also promotes thickness as well as hair growth. I've been using castor oil quite a bit recently because I've been hearing a lot about the benefits of castor oil. But anyway, I may get into those maybe in a later video, but I've been heavily using castor oil and I've been seeing the amazing benefits of it. The other oil I'm using is avocado oil, which is a great moisturizer as well as a great way to seal in moisture. It helps your hair from breakage and hydrates your hair. So I already added the herbs as well as the cinnamon sticks in the jar. For the rosemary, instead of adding in the whole stem of it, I like to take off the leaves or the herbs part of it and add it in the jar. That way it will be easier to infuse in the oil. Since I'm making about 20 to 22 ounces of this, I am using about a cup of avocado oil. Then I'm adding a little bit of the jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is really moisturizing, and I'm adding about a quarter cup of that. And the main oil that I'm using is the castor oil, and I'm using about a cup and 3/4 of the castor oil. And once all your oils are added in, you're going to put it away for 2 to 3 weeks and let it infuse. If you choose to, you can add a little bit of essential oil, but if you have sensitive skin, since this is a multi-purpose oil, you might try avoiding using essential oil. So I'll just keep it as is. So what you want to do with this oil is put it in a dark, warm place for 2 to 2.5 weeks. That way you will get the herbs and spices really infused in the oil and it will be ready. And once the 2 weeks or so is up, you want to go ahead and transfer it into an applicator. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but before you put it in an applicator, you want to go ahead and strain the oil so that you will have just the oil instead of the herbs in it. So I'm just using a strainer to strain it, and just be careful so that you don't make a mess, which I'll be doing in a minute. But anyway, you want to go ahead and strain it as much as possible and squeeze the oil out of it as much as possible. And by the way, this is the one that I previously made. I am in the process of infusing the current one that I made that I showed earlier in this video. Is about a week old now, so I have about a week more left. I'm straining the oil into a mason jar and squeezing it as much as possible, and I believe this is like a 16-ounce mason jar, but the current one that I'm making is more because I want it to last longer. So I'm just squeezing as much as the oil I can out, and here I'm going to go ahead and transfer it into an applicator and use a funnel or something, that way you will not waste. I was so caught up in like just watching the oil and the science of everything. I got so distracted. I poured too much and it spilled, and yep, there's the mess coming right up. But anyway, who's mad? I'm not mad. At least I could use that on my skin. Get it nice and glowy and soft. Yep. There's always a plan B. Anyway, this oil is so amazing on your skin. It makes your skin extra smooth, extra glowy, extra soft, like baby skin soft. And does the same thing with your hair as well. So for that particular one, this one here that you're looking at, I believe it lasted about a month. But the one that I'm working on right now will definitely last way more than that. Here I am applying it on my hair. And by the way, I am going through a restart. I've been restarting quite a bit lately because for one, originally I had some braids and I had them too long. And then when I was taking it out, I also took some of my hair out. So I went ahead and shaved, and then I reshaved to get it more even. And I still have a little bit of spot in the middle of my head. But anyway, I'm working on regrowing my hair and just using natural products. Here I am using it on my face as well as my neck, and this thing is so amazing at keeping my skin super firm, super soft, super glowy, helping my skin get more even. So this is a fantastic oil, and it doesn't leave that super oily residue, and it keeps your skin super soft, very moisturized, dewy, and plumpy. The best way to keep your skin looking younger and smoother is by keeping it hydrated and moisturized, and this oil does that and more. And the combinations of the herbs and spices along with these oils that I use is what made all this possible. This wraps it up for this video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please go ahead and leave a like. And if you're elevating and becoming a healthier version of yourself and you want to learn more natural recipes when it comes to food, beauty, personal products, and even house cleaning products, make sure you do subscribe to my channel and hit that post notification button so you'll be notified every time I post a video. You can also follow me on my TikTok platform at Nature to Tea, where I provide short content on beauty and health recipes. I hope you have a blessed day, evening, night, wherever you are, and I hope to catch you on my next video.